even in conversation with Hassan, we've already started talking about different ways the style of teaching could be modified, maybe to bring in more mathematical thinking. And I'm not talking about you changing radically your style of teaching. It's about making, are there any tweaks we can do here and there to make it better within the environment that you have. Part of the intrinsic beauty and power of the whole thing are the connections between the different patterns within mathematics itself. Links and connections between different parts of the subject. The beauty and power of mathematics. What about trying to get students to be interested, enjoy it, see the point? And is most of this to do because they don't understand it? And if students do understand the subject, will they like it more? Encouraging our students to have a sense of what is a good answer. Does that answer make sense? Does it fit with the actual aspects of the question? Is that not complete? He only talks about one angle.
Yeah, the triangle has no diagonal. While
the triangle?
The triangle has no diagonal, while the rectangle has two diagonals.
Yeah, that's diagonals, you're correct. Perfectly correct, that's another reason.
Yeah.
The diagonals, yeah, that doesn't have any diagonals and that has two. I agree, thank you. But what about the angles? We've not finished that.
The two angles are opposite in the rectangle.
Yeah, well we've dealt, they're equal, aren't they?
Yeah.
I want this one finished.
See, when they see this concrete materials, they will be happy.
So if you look at this shape, this worksheet now, it's still about shape, but it doesn't have to be. If you look at the right-hand side of the worksheet, you'll see there's a two-way table. Okay? The towel diagram, except like a Venn diagram, but obviously set out like this. And the idea here is for the student to work out which shape goes in which cell of the table. Okay, that's the basic way of using it. So they've got to reason again, in a group, on their own. What are the properties of the shape so that I can make a decision which cell the shape goes into? I am not asking you to redraw the shape into the cell. You've got to write the letter. You can see that they are lettered A to I. So you have to write the correct letter in the correct cell. This is not multi-choice 11-year-old Sierra Leone exam. I could just guess and get the whole thing right. I could just guess and get the whole thing wrong. This is about reasoning about what are the properties of these shapes to help me make a decision. Why am I doing this? Because I want the students to understand the underlying mathematics that's behind the decisions I make. And the more students understand the underlying mathematics, the better mathematicians they will be. So just because I'm using shape doesn't matter. It could be a number thing. It could be an algebraic thing. It could be a function something. But shape is a good, easy one to get your head round. Either why are they all different, or something like the use of a two-way table.
Yeah, somebody don't I don't call una. No, una can't join the way. I don't call you.
You understand, eh? So, this is our square.
Oh, right.
Yeah, 5 over. So, if you calculate this further, you can arrive at the same answer. You don't see it? So, look over.
Okay.
Me, not your partner, me. That's a quick form of assessment that maybe some of you have never thought about doing. You don't need any equipment, they only need their exercise book, which you've got, most of them. Summary of all that we've been trying to learn. A summary. Just try to put in, just focus on some of the things you've learned the last 2 days. I want that to go into this activity. So by 4:25, you've only got half an hour, so you're not talking about writing, introduction, learning objectives, teaching, blah, 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 blah. That, it can be, you can do that, you can do that in half an hour. That's fine. But I'd rather you focused on how can I use this ball in a lesson.